Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here from NFL Red Zone, and you're watching the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. 1 hour of commercial-free podcasting starts now. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. Same crew as always with me, T-Gods, Q, and Matt. We are now 45 days away from the start of football season. So it's crunch time for draft preparation. So we are here to help. For today's episode, we'll be starting the AFC East for our second to last division, breaking down the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Bills are going to be fun to talk about.
Yes, they are.
But let's start with the Patriots today after we get into some news. First thing, James Robinson not starting the season on the PUP list. A good sign for his recovery from that torn Achilles, but does that scare you away from ETN at all?
Yes, it does.
Yes, 100%.
Yep.
And it sucks because after that last week, or whenever we talked about the Jags, like I was starting to really believe like ETN's going to be a top 20 guy.
Yeah, I take back my ETN top 15 take from last week.
Good. I'm
James
still
Robinson,
believing in him.
Well, I mean, they're going to ease James Robinson back, but after a couple of weeks, once he gets his feet back under him, I mean, at best, it's going to be a 50-50 timeshare between the two, which definitely hurts ETN. He really just has the bonus because he's going to be the pass catching back.
Yeah, I think the pass catching is definitely going to help him, especially with this offense being run under Peterson. But I definitely not being on the PUP list is huge, but I'm still a bit nervous that they're still going to really ease him back into this. Like torn Achilles is really tough to recover from. So until I see him on the field, then they're saying he's full go at practice, then I'll be like, yo, I'm nervous now about ETN, but definitely raising an eyebrow at this one.
Still taking him where his ADP is?
Yeah, his ADP is actually in a pretty juicy spot. That's where I take him right now. I have his ADP is RB22.
RB22.
At that point, I'm taking him for sure.
Bro, I feel like you need both. Like if you're drafting one.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely be targeting James Robinson later as well.
I have ETN at 19 right now. I'd probably move him underneath Breece Hall.
I have him at 19
24.
as well, but I think I'm pretty comfortable where he's at. He's in that same tier still for me.
Yeah, he is.
Bonus cap or no cap, Falcons reporter says Tyler Algier. I'll learn how to say it before the start of the season. Don't worry about it. Could be the Falcons starting running back. Cap or no cap?
No cap.
No cap. Why not?
No cap. It was very weird that he used the word could and not is going to be or is taking first team snaps. Just said could.
There's technically no cap because he could be.
Yeah.
Reports coming out are saying that he looks really good in training camp so far.
Yeah. All of the reports have been pointing to him being pretty good. And obviously, Patterson is older, so him handling a full 100% workload is a little bit out of the question, but Patterson should still definitely be the guy that's catching passes there. So we shall see as we get closer to the season.
Drake London. Sorry.
Drake London.
Just making sure you guys remember the name.
It's up here.
All right.
Let's get into the Pats. Second-year quarterback, Mac Jones. After being unbelievably average last season, most people are not as excited about drafting him. Does he have any chance to be a low-end QB1, or is he just simply undraftable?
Low-end QB2.
And that's being nice.
It is being nice. I'm a nice guy.
Low-end QB2. I still don't like his receivers there. He's not the best passing quarterback. That offense really kind of runs through the run game and the running backs. We saw it last year. Jacoby Myers, I don't think
allergic to the end zone.
Yeah, he was.
He had one, I think.
Still finished wide receiver 31 though.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
They had two top 35 wide receivers. Kendrick Bourne was 34.
Wow.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
They were just very inconsistent. Bourne was all over the place, and Myers was just consistently
Mac Jones numbers do not show for that.
Yeah, Mac Jones did not make that did not help in that situation. So I'm not targeting Mac Jones in any of my leagues unless it's a 2-quarterback league.
Not even then.
Well, I'd still want him as a QB2. He was QB 18 last year. That's QB2 range.
Right.
Patriots tried to add to the wide receiver room by trading for former division rival Devontae Parker. Is he the wide receiver you want to target on this offense, or is he officially washed up as a fantasy asset?
Officially
he's
washed up.
washed.
If he's healthy,
up.
he's the one you want.
He's
Who
never-
else-
Not gonna be healthy.
I
He's
know,
never
but-
played more than 14 games.
But he used to be good when he was good, or when
He
he was
had
there.
over 63 receptions one time ever. Just
That
one
was his
He's a
time.
elite
walking
year.
hazard.
Do they still have Aggie?
He was elite that year.
And
I
they
do
still
think
have
they still have Aguilar, but he's buried on the step chart at this point.
That sucks.
Yeah, he's no good, no bueno. But yeah,
None of them are.
yeah, Parker, I'm avoiding for sure. I am not high on him. It's been a couple years since he's been fantasy relevant at this point. Not in any rush to get him on my team.
No, thank you.
But they do still have the two-headed monster at tight end as well,
Monster.
Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. After
Not a
seeing,
scary monster.
not very scary, maybe a little.
Just
scary.
one-headed monster because Jonnu Smith is just a long neck.
After seeing Hunter Henry become Mac's favorite target last year, does he still have top 12 value?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
proud-
He finished 10.
Mm.
Yeah, it was all touchdowns. He was a touchdown machine.
We love that.
He's the
I do
most
love that.
trustworthy pass catcher on this offense
Yeah.
by far.
I would agree with that too.
The
He's
only
always in that
startable?
low end tight end one.
Only startable?
Yeah.
Pass catcher.
Unless you're in like
Yeah.
dire need of like bye week help.
I
I
mean-
mean, you got to plug in Jacoby Myers or
Yeah,
something.
Jacoby Myers is my wide receiver 4 or 5. Isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, he's not exciting. You're not going to put him out there and be like, dude, he could get me 20 points this week. You're putting him out there to be like, yo,
Hoping
just
to
give
get
me
10.
at least 8, please.
Yeah.
It's crazy how 2 years ago, like both of these tight ends, we looked at him so different. Like Jonnu, he was elite on the Titans.
They were both like top 8.
And Henry was like a monster on the Chargers, but this team kind of washed him.
Yeah,
Not really
we
Hunter Henry,
shall-
but
yeah, Hunter Henry. He's still hanging around. That was the second best finish last year, but it was also the most games he's played in his career last year too. So hopefully we can continue to see him stay healthy. Let's move into some cap or no cap for the Patriots. Starting off, Damian Harris owns this backfield and is being slept on at his ADP of RB28, 68th overall.
No cap. In my opinion, that is an absolute steal to get Damian Harris.
I'm gonna say no cap as well. I don't love Damian Harris because I'm a guy that's usually biased towards pass catching running backs, and Damian Harris does very little of that. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he's dynamic.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
regardless, that backfield is a headache. Because
Exactly.
Ramondre, it could be Ramondre. He could have that year because last year he was supposed to be. I mean, he came out as a rookie and like was killing it in the preseason, and then kind of died down because Damian Harris was good. But like, it could be Damian or it could be Ramondre this year.
I do like Ramondre too, but I still think where Damian Harris is being drafted, he's a steal for me.
Yeah, just accept the headache.
Like Patriots running backs, they are what they are, but he's the best of the bunch, and they're gonna have value. He was RB14 last year, so
Yeah.
good asset to have. T-Gods isn't buying it though.
Because I just don't know. Like, I'm like pretty much like Q said everything. That's why I just didn't answer because I was like, I don't know. I like genuinely, I don't know.
This
You
team
can
is
never know about
confusing.
Patriots running backs. Can't really ever know what's going on in the mind of Bill Belichick. Next one, Jacoby Myers is still the best wide receiver on this offense and is a steal at his ADP of wide receiver 55, 137 overall.
No
cap.
cap
Yeah,
that
no
he is
cap.
the one to own, but drafting him there is not a steal.
I would say no cap. I
Why?
think that's a steal.
That
wide
is
receiver
a steal.
55 is low.
Didn't you say he finished like 30?
He was
something?
31.
30
Yeah.
something. But I
Swing that right
I don't
now.
know, man.
Even if he finishes around 40.
Like you
he's a
said, he was
solid asset.
allergic to the end zone last year.
All
The
right,
man
he'll get
cannot
it
score to
together.
save his life.
He'll get
Positive
it together.
regression. He
I
gets
just-
touchdowns this year.
I don't know if I trust Mac enough.
Yeah. I mean, this offense is going to be dink and dunk, not
It's-
fun.
It's going to be so boring.
It is gonna be a bunch of dink, no dunks.
Yeah. I still think where he's being drafted, I'm still targeting him for sure at that point, but it's not a sexy target. He's there's not much upside.
Right.
Last cap or no cap, Kendrick Bourne now
Cap.
has
I
no
know.
value with the addition of Devontae Parker into this offense.
No cap.
Yeah, no cap. You could try and
That's
make a
easy.
case that Bill Belichick will just use everyone, but I'm not putting him in my lineup. So please get the touchdown this week.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna say Cap, just because I mean his value is not going to be sky high, but there was a stretch of games towards the end of last season where he was pretty decent flex.
Yeah.
Obviously inconsistent, but
Wes,
thanks. Never sneezed while live before. That was wild.
congrats. Oh,
Don't break the fourth wall.
Broke your cherry.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean he had 6 or 7 games with at least 10 points. He's a decent flex. I don't think he has no value. He's a good wide receiver 5.
All right, would you start him over Rager?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
In a
1,000,000%. I'd start nobody over Rager.
Yeah, I'd start him way over Rager.
Suspended Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might
Give-
win me some money.
Kendrick Bourne or LaVisca Chenault.
LaVisca.
Yeah.
Give me Bourne.
Stop.
LaVisca
Bourne, probably, if I
stinks.
rank
I hate
Bourne,
LaVisca, but like these Pats wide receivers,
I
want
might
nothing
rank
to do
Bourne.
with.
Yeah, wide receiver 99.
Oh my god.
If I were to
Just
rank
drag
him.
them all the way down.
All right. Guess we see how we feel there. All right, let's do some bold takes, favorite targets. Matt, start us off. What do you got?
All right, man. My bold take is that my guy, Damian Harris, finishes top 20 again this year. Like Sean said, he finished top 14 last year, and that is with missing 2 games. And this man only played more than 50% of the snaps 3 times last year. If they just get the ball into this kid's hands more, he is going to be so good. I don't know what Bill Belichick's doing. Maybe he's senile or something. His old age is getting to him, but he needs to use Damian Harris.
Well, he calls the plays now because they lost Josh McDaniels, so maybe they will run the ball more.
They better.
Damian Harris is going to eat. I agree, Matt.
Thank
Q,
you.
what do you got?
Not much like on this team, but if you're targeting anyone, I would say target Pat's defense. The last 4 years, they finished 2-11, 1-4. They might be the only part of this team that you can consistently count on putting up points, but they did lose J.C. Jackson, but they still have Judon, and he's good. So, and
Very
Bill
good.
Belichick is a defensive mastermind, so they'll be good. That should be the top 5D.
Yeah. Usually their division is like why I love taking them, but Jets and Dolphins are getting a little good. Getting a
They
little
are. They're getting a
interesting.
little spicy.
We'll see if they can prove it this year.
Jets not spicy.
Jets a little spicy.
Jets
a little
not-
spicy.
Like the
They're
least
young.
amount, like one Scoville.
They're young. If they can get the young guys
Hey,
clicking,
Schofield. We'll talk about the Jets on Thursday. All right, T-Gods, what do you got?
Okay, so my favorite target will be Hunter Henry, of course. Probably the only pass catcher you're going to be starting here. Last year he went for 50 receptions, just over 600 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Like we love those 9 touchdowns, and like sure he's like touchdown dependent, but like if he's getting them, like what's there not to like? Like
can't take them away.
can't take exactly.
Can't take touchdowns away.
And like yeah, their defense is good, but like they'll probably still be down most games. So like they're going to be throwing. He's going to be looking for his reliable guys. Hunter Henry finished 10 last year. Like, why not 9 this year? Why not? Why
not?
Why not 9?
He could still finish top 10. He's got
Definitely.
He's got the potential.
And tight
I
ends
can
suck.
see it.
He's like the perfect guy for me to take like late. Like nobody's going to be looking at Hunter Henry. Like
Definitely won't be.
Great
might.
late round draft target.
No.
Tight end cuff.
Okay, so John is a starter. Or
Yeah.
You loves the cuffs. All right, I'll wrap up the Patriots. My favorite target's got to be Ramondre Stevenson. I love Damian Harris. This is no knock on him. I do think we've seen a lot of him this year, and last year obviously was his best season yet. 15 games, missed a couple, but Stevenson was still involved on this offense. Played 55% of snaps in 3 games, and had 2 of those games with 20 plus points. And he really didn't miss a beat when Harris was out. Harris 4.6 yards per carry. Ramondre Stevenson 4.56, and he's a little bit better of a pass catcher as well. I think he ended up catching more passes last year, 4 less. My apologies. Either way, Ramondre Stevenson going way later than Damian Harris. You never know what can happen in a Patriots backfield. Give me him at his current ADP as a late round RB4, RB5 that could actually put up decent numbers this year.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Be an RB2 for you in certain weeks, especially if Harris gets injured. One of my more favorite handcuffs this year, for sure.
I don't hate it.
Give me some Ramondre. Let's move on to the Buffalo Bills. Q is repping.
The best receiver in the league. I can't even admit to that.
Yeah, dude.
Tried to sell yourself there.
You're done.
Something crazy.
Yeah, you're done.
Better than D-Hop, though.
Yeah,
What?
you might be now.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
He's
Stop
it.
washed.
Not
We'll see.
washed.
We'll
Not
see.
watched.
We'll see after week
Only
6.
he's only good on the drugs, I guess. That's
Oh,
why he's
yeah,
suspended.
okay. You had to go there.
Okay.
Right.
Why do you have a little Bills like
Boo.
bobblehead on your windowsill?
It's Stephon Diggs. Me and my twin.
Big
Me
ass
and my
head.
twin
Me and
him.
my twin in there.
All right. Josh Allen returns fresh off of back-to-back QB1 seasons. How high are you willing to draft him? And do you think he repeats again as QB1?
Yes.
I have him
Yes,
as
he
QB2.
repeats. Yeah, you're just. I don't even know how you can live with yourself ranking Justin Herbert over Josh Allen.
The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, I guess Josh
Back-to-back
Allen's
numbers.
number
Yeah,
two.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you
But
talking
things
about?
have changed that for Josh Allen in a negative way that they haven't for Justin Herbert. But I'll wait till next week to
He lost Emmanuel Sanders.
he
Cole
lost his
Beasley?
coach and the Emmanuel Sanders and the receivers. But
He lost two 90-year-old wide receivers.
yes, but
I
they
know.
still play a part.
They got
And he
Jameson
lost his head
Crowder.
coach.
Yeah.
Listen,
he didn't lose
Josh
his head coach.
Allen
He
is
lost his
going to be
offensive
perfectly
coordinator.
fine.
Who did Vince start over Josh Allen?
Taysom
Hill.
Hill.
And somehow he made it into the main league.
I know.
Uh,
I'm just going to hang that over his head for the rest of his life.
I can't believe who would ever do that ever.
Only Vince.
Only
Don't get
Vince.
cute.
The
You got-
biggest
don't
Josh
get
Allen
cute.
fanatic too.
I know.
But-
In terms of how high I'm willing to draft Josh, I don't think I'm going to get him in many leagues just because his ADP is all the
Third
way through
round.
the roof.
Yeah,
The
there's
earliest I
no-
would take him is early third. Maybe if I had picked one and I got him third round turnaround,
Yeah.
I would take him right there.
That's actually where he's going. Third, 25th overall.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
That is
That just
crazy.
fits.
Yeah. I think that's actually probably not that bad. Usually it's out of control and it probably will continue to climb as we get closer to the season with people drafting quarterbacks. But at that price, it's not that bad. I think that's probably the highest I would go as well at the third round for sure. Second round, you're pushing it. And even then in the third round, I'm still uncomfortable taking a quarterback.
It's fine. I'll take Dak in like the 8th when nobody wants him. That's my plan.
We know. We know.
We know.
And then he'll show why he went so late.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. All right. The Bills running back room always proves to be unpredictable. Do we expect Singletary to hold down the fort this season after being RB20 last year and playing really well in the fantasy playoffs? But they also added James Cook and Duke Johnson, and they still have Zach Moss on the roster. What's
I
the
didn't
deal
even
here?
know
Who are we
Duke
targeting?
Johnson still existed.
Yeah.
He was
Zach
decent
Moss,
last year for like
Duke
a game.
Johnson.
Yeah, he ruined Myles Gaskin.
non-existent.
Yeah, he did.
But
have
and they still have Josh Start.
No, I was just gonna say I have no faith in Singy. I just don't. I
Yeah.
like
Me either.
not at all. Not
He might
I
be the
don't want
starter
him
for the first couple weeks, but he is never consistent. There's
like
points during the season where he has like 3 straight games of 7 or less points.
there's
I
a
think by the end of this year, James Cook takes over.
0% chance that Singy will be on any of my teams.
I would agree. I mean, Singletary's ADP is kind of juicy where he's being drafted, but I would agree that I'm not really that high on him, like holding down the fort for his starting job. Like, I don't think it's going to be clear cut Singy season. Like,
I wish I
just can't see it
saw
happening.
what you see in Sing. It blows my mind.
I mean, he was pretty decent last
And they
year.
still have
Towards
Josh
the end
Allen,
of
and
the
they have
year,
all
he
these
was
running backs
decent.
and Josh Allen who also runs the ball.
Singletary's last 5 games, 14.9 points, 16.6, 18.8, 23, 25.
Fluke.
But how many of those games? I guess they all mattered.
They
If
kind
you-
of mattered.
Like people played Singy in the playoffs. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you played Singy in the chip, got you 23 points, I'd be pretty happy. Bold move, though. Bold move, to say the least. But yeah,
Will
he
not
has been
happen again
inconsistent.
this year.
We shall see. He's still getting first team reps, but I would not be shocked if he lost that job sooner rather than later.
Mhm.
All right, last question before some cap or no cap for the Bills. The Bills also have Dawson Knox returning with 184 targets now up for grabs with Sanders and Beasley out there as free agents. What is Dawson Knox's ceiling this season?
Ceiling?
RIP heavy nuts, first of all.
I'd say top 5.
I'd
Top
say I was
five,
going to
top
say
five.
6. I was going to say
Yeah.
number 6 is the ceiling.
Yeah. Like I think he could push into that range with all those targets being up for grabs now.
And he is a very good tight end. Josh
Yeah.
Allen loves him, especially in the red zone as well.
Yeah. I was not a big believer in Knox last year. But
Neither was I. I still don't know if I am.
Free.
yeah, I mean, he still finished tight end 8 last year and did miss 2 games. So he was involved for sure. Big red zone target for Josh Allen.
Who's this year's Rob?
QB1
Jones?
every
You want
year.
to know who I had to give up for Dawson Knox before the season started?
Who?
Jake Funk.
Oh,
Who did that?
I think
Bart.
Bart.
Come on, Bart.
Hey, you never know. It's wild in preseason. Things change quickly.
It is.
that's
Dawson
why you
Knox
don't
is-
make trades there.
Before week 1.
I agree.
Yeah. Tough loss for Bart. Big games for Matt. Dawson Knox. I do think he could be top 5 though. I think he's got the potential. I'm not locking him in there. I'm targeting more around 10 than 5, but he's got the upside.
Especially in this offense.
All right, let's do some cap or no cap. After some slight regression last season, Stephon Diggs should be a lock for a top 5 wide receiver again this season. Cap or no cap?
Easiest no cap of my
No
life.
cap.
No cap. I have him at 3.
I have him at 5, I think. I'm at 5.
Hater.
He's locked in, top 5. He's top 5. I'm saying no cap.
I don't even know where I have him. I shouldn't even be saying anything. I could have him lower.
You could have him at 6. Could be fraud.
I
I
think
don't
he's
know.
safer than Jamar.
I do have him ranked over Jamar.
I have Jamar over him.
I have Jamar 4, Mike Evans 5.
Wait.
I've-
I was okay.
I
Never
have
mind.
Jamar and Devontae ahead of him. But we'll see. I think they're all in the same kind of tier. Elite wide receiver 1 status for sure. With Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley gone, Gabriel Davis asserts himself as the wide receiver 2 on this team and finishes as a top 35 wide receiver. Cap or no cap?
No
No
cap.
cap. Top 25 receiver.
As long as he wears those Tarkov cleats,
That's a little spicy.
4
Bro,
touchdowns in one
he
game.
snapped that game
All because of the cleats.
all
I don't
because
know
of
if
the
I
cleats.
fully am sold yet.
I
need to
am so
see it.
sold.
I mean, we saw it in the playoffs the year before, and everyone hyped him up, and then he did nothing last year. Well, not nothing. But
He was more of like a boomer bust last year, but honestly, I'll take a boomer or bust with Josh Allen at quarterback than a lot
Yeah.
of these other wide receiver twos.
True. Yeah, I think I'll say no cap as well. I think he does finish top 35. Like me some Gabe Davis. But they did also
Gabe
add
the
Jameson
Babe.
Crowder. Cap or no cap, Crowder is the sneaky draft target here and should be a steal at his current ADP of wide receiver 69, 200th overall.
All right. Yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah, if he's like Cole Beasley, then definitely a steal.
100%. I'm saying
Even
no
like an
cap.
Emmanuel Sanders
Yeah,
Wide receiver 5 or 6 on my team. Give me Jameson Crowder all day.
all day.
Bro, he's
That was
like,
Every day.
All the receivers get involved on that.
As
Offense.
long as he can stay on the field. That's always
and
been his issue.
Crowder's like good. Like he's not like
Yeah,
just like
he was good on the
any-
Jets with nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah, and in the slot with Josh Allen filling that Cole Beasley role, I could easily see him putting up some big numbers.
Bro, that is juicy.
Juice.
That's
He's
so
going he's going
juicy.
for free in drafts right now.
Clearance.
Literally clearance. Give me all the shares of Jameson Crowder.
Me too.
As
I
long
want
as he
in.
can stay on the field. Like at that point
I
though,
want
there's no
in.
risk. Like even if he can't stay on the field, you're drafting him as your wide receiver 6. You can just
Right.
pick somebody
It's
else.
whatever.
Up.
this sounds like the new Chiefs where you just want all the players because you know that they could produce.
Yeah.
You wanted Byron Pringle because he was on the Chiefs. Not really, but
Bills
he
offense.
he
is
kind of had
juice.
potential.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
DeMarcus Robinson, just random people in the Chiefs that put up big numbers, become waiver targets. All right, let's do some bold takes and favorite targets, of course. G-Gods, what do you got?
Well, no surprise here. My favorite target is Mr. Gabe Davis. Last year, from week 12 to week 18, he was wide receiver 29, which is like technically wide receiver 3, but like still solid. He was averaging 12
flex.
12 points a game. Like, give me that all day. And through the playoffs last year, like we saw him go absolutely bonkers. 10 receptions, 242 yards, and 5 touchdowns through 2 games. Like you love to see that like at the end of the season. So like maybe that's a preview for what's coming. And like Sean said, like what was it, 184 targets just up for grabs now, if not more, because his offense is just insane. Like there's just so much opportunity here, and like we know what he can be. It's just will he be that? Will Jamison Crowder be that? I think it's Gabe Davis. I think it's Gabe Davis. I think he's in for a big year.
I trust Gabe Davis more.
And if you're drafting him as like your flex, your wide receiver 4, and he ends up with like wide receiver 2 numbers, like that's a league winner. Like,
give me that. I like it. I like it a lot. Q, what do you got?
Of course. Favorite target / bold take. Diggs, obviously, going to be a top 3 receiver this year like he was 2 years ago. With the receivers gone, last year he had the most red zone targets and an insane target share. Obviously, he's Josh Allen's favorite target. So I think it's almost guaranteed he finishes top 3. Lots of bias going into it, but he puts the work out. I don't even need to keep talking.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that jersey at, Q?
I think it was a Christmas present from Santa. Santa T-Gods.
Oh, okay.
T-Gods Love it. All right, Matt, what do you got?
All right. My bold take doesn't seem so bold anymore since we were all kind of on the same page earlier. But I believe that as early as week 6, James Cook will be the RB1 on this team. Like we said earlier, Devin Singletary was never consistent until the end of last year. So who's to say that's going to keep up into 2022? Slight bias going in because he is my guy, Dalvin Cook's brother as well. So, it's got to run in the family.
Yeah.
But no way Singy holds that RB1 role for much into the season.
I like it. James Cook could definitely take that spot. All right. My bold take, Jamison Crowder finishes as a top 40 wide receiver. I think there's a lot of room open on this offense. We saw Sanders and Beasley both have value last season. I think Jamison Crowder can still have value on this offense, even if Gabe Davis is still the second target there. Dawson Knox also had value last year. I think there's plenty of room for people to get catches, targets, whatever. And I think Crowder is going to become a safety blanket for Josh Allen on third downs and whatnot over the middle, similar to how he used Cole Beasley in the past. Jamison Crowder is going for free, as I already mentioned. And I think he could easily squeak into the top 40 wide receivers. We've seen him do it in the past with multiple quarterbacks. Give me Jamison Crowder.
I like it.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis over Crowder. But still give me Crowder too. I like both.
No, I do too. I definitely like both. Bro, you could like draft this whole offense and probably win so many games.
You definitely could. Would not be shocked at all. All right. If anyone has any questions for us, drop them in the chat. But we're going to start doing some trivia as well. Feel free to play along. Q, what do you got?
Okay. Are you guys ready?
I was born ready, bro.
All right. So before Stephon Diggs and before, it's been a while since the Bills have had a top 20 running back and a top 20 receiver. Can you name the last top 20 receiver and running back on the Bills?
Q loves these questions.
I can give you the years.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know if I need the year. I think I know the wide receiver, but you can go ahead. I don't care.
2014 and 2015.
For each?
One was 2014,
okay,
one was
doesn't
2015.
Matter. So around the same time period. Well, I know one, I think for a fact.
I got my answers.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2017 and 2014.
2017?
Yes. Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Never mind. Wait,
which one's which? Now I need to know.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the receiver was 2014, 2015. The running back is 2017.
Okay.
The fuck did they have in 2017? Oh, wait.
No way, it was Booby Dixon.
I'm an idiot.
I think I got it. I got both. I think I do.
I'm taking a long shot on this running back.
All right, I need a long shot.
You have answers?
Yeah, I have
Bro,
answers.
I don't.
You guys take your time. You got time.
I crossed one out.
Dig into
'cause
that brain.
I think
I'm
2017 is
trying.
too recent.
2017 is a long time ago. 5
It
years.
is. But I don't know, man. I'm sticking with my answers.
My answers are locked and loaded. I think I got them both. I think. I'm pretty confident.
Bro, just go. I don't know.
All right.
It was Sammy Watkins
Yes,
and
sir.
Shady.
Yes, sir. I got
Damn,
both.
I forgot Shady was on the Bills. I said Frank.
So
Gore.
did I.
And
Was Frank Gore on the Bills?
I think so. At some point.
Fred Jackson.
Bro, I hate Sammy Watkins so much.
That was his
If
that's
Frank
why
Gore
Sammy
wasn't
Watkins
on
is
the
still
Bills,
relevant.
He was like
Mandela
fourth
He was
overall
on the
pick.
Bills.
Yeah,
I don't know when.
2014,
Frank Gore.
2013. I don't
Go
know
about
Frank Gore. He was on
Yeah.
the Eagles for a day.
I knew Shady had to have had a top 20 season, and you said the last one in 2017 sounded like it was long enough.
Bro,
All
I
right.
completely forgot that.
Me too.
Initially, I was thinking about
Completely.
Marshawn Lynch.
I wish
And
he
I
was
was like,
beast
that was
mode on
too
the
old.
Bills.
I was gonna write Marshawn Lynch and Watkins
What
when you
was
said
that, like
2014 and
2011?
15.
Yeah, maybe before that. All right. Well, we're gonna try this again. It's a lot sooner though. The last top 20 receiver and running back combo for New England was 2019. Can you name them?
2019. Oh my God. It has to be.
Lock it in.
And the
Lock
last
mine in too.
top 10 tight end for the Patriots. I bet you don't know who that was.
Well, we know who that one is.
Aaron
Come on now.
Hernandez.
We don't mention that name here.
I think the interview's on in the back. Eileen was watching it.
the documentary.
Yeah, she said, I just needed background noise. I said, that's something weird. That's weird.
It's a good
Murder
documentary.
background.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
All right. So the wide receiver was Wes Welker. Just kidding. It was Julian Edelman.
I was
And
about
the
Uh-huh.
to cry.
running back was James White.
Got
No.
him.
White, the GOAT.
Did you
I
say
wrote
Deion
LeGarrette
Lewis?
Blunt.
You're an
No.
idiot.
When
We
was
Yo.
that?
won
Like
the chip
2018?
with him.
Oh my
We got
God.
him from the Patriots.
I
before
understand.
that.
I
No, but
I
he
know
went
you
back
were
there
calling it
afterwards.
idiots.
You're so harsh, Matt. Say sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, Matt. Come on. Come on,
Sorry.
Matt. I'm coming at you next
I got-
question.
Hey, I actually got both this time. You can't see because my room is the sun.
You didn't even get Shady, former Eagle.
All right. You ready for the next question? It's a lot shorter.
Say yes, say.
It was 2016 was Blunt. So long
Who
ago.
actually, I don't know how I want to do this. I want to ask who is the shortest quarterback in this division, but maybe I could do a point for if you put them in the correct order, because there is an order from tallest to shortest.
So from tallest to shortest in this
There's only
division.
4 of them.
Starting quarterbacks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we know who's tallest.
Every quarterback in this division. Joe Flacco to Mike White and Zach Wilson also.
No, obviously not.
Obviously not.
It has to be.
They literally go in like chronological order, or like, I don't know if that's how you use chronological, but
All right, I got mine.
I got it. My handwriting in this joint looks like a fifth grader's.
Good.
T Gods?
Yeah.
He's-
I'm just writing it.
He's
You're good.
thinking.
No.
All
One
right.
of these guys is huge.
So the shortest is Tua at 6'1".
What?
No way.
No way.
Zach
I had him
Wilson.
second tallest.
I didn't.
Zach Wilson's at 6'2".
Zach Wilson's
Mac-
definitely shorter than
No.
Tua.
Mac
I don't care.
Jones is at 6'3".
No, I thought he was
And
the
Josh
biggest.
Allen's at 6'5".
Josh Allen's a
Alright.
mom.
Yeah.
I did not know he was that tall.
I
He's a
got Josh
beast.
Allen and Zach Wilson. Right?
I got Josh Allen, Mac Jones right, and I mixed up Tua and Zach.
I would think you guys were thinking like Tua was. I thought he was like 5'11".
but he's
I
not.
thought two was like 6'2".
I thought Tua
6'1".
was like decent height. I thought Zach Wilson was like 5'4".
Oh my
too.
God, stop.
I thought Mac Jones was short.
Bro, he's
5'4".
short. He looks like he's 12 years old, so maybe that's why I thought he was shorter than he is.
Schultz is right. That was any question.
Do you want to ask a question? He just got it wrong, so he's upset.
I
All
got
right.
part of it right.
Oh, I gotta save this question for Thursday. Never mind. I guess we're done for today. I forgot what team we were doing. This would relate better to Thursday.
All right, Q, save it then. I don't
Yeah.
see many
Eat it,
questions
bud.
in the chat. Does anyone see any questions? Am I missing anything?
All I see is Marshawn Lynch in big bold letters.
Yeah, I saw that too. I did get a question on Twitter, so please hold.
Vince also heard that shit talk.
Well,
Let's
I think
see.
we have every right to shit talk.
Yes, we do. That
Yes, we do.
was a foolish decision. on
A
your
blunder.
part, buddy.
Costed him.
If I may.
I think he still would have lost, but
He would have, but that's his excuse is that it didn't matter.
This guy on Twitter at Sloppy Guy.
Sloppy. I love Sloppy Guy.
He asked Jamar Chase or Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Cup.
And that's what I said. I said we're all still
Jamar
taking Cooper Kupp,
is
but
behind.
Jamar has the potential to be wide receiver 1.
He does.
Jamar's behind who?
Sloppy guy.
Yeah, he's number 4 for me. Oh wait, is he?
I don't even know his ranks.
I don't know my ranks either.
I know
my
you ranks because I make these damn.
Jamar is
graphics.
behind Cup, J. Jeff, and Diggs.
I got Jamar at 4.
They are the clear-cut
I thought I had Jamar at 3.
wide receiver ones on their team. Jamar, there's a lot of mouths to feed on the Bengals.
I respect it. But yeah, Cooper Kupp has to be over Jamar.
Especially
he's not-
since I got rid of Robert Woods.
Yeah.
Is Odell even going to go back there?
I hope so.
Schultz asked, what's your ideal draft position?
7,
I've been messing with pick 5.
Pick
5 is
1.
nice.
5,
pick
6, 7 are
1.
juicy.
I don't
5
know.
is nice.
I like 7 through 9, maybe 10. I just need Mixon
Honestly,
to fall to me.
I
I talked about this last week.
I haven't had a mock where I didn't like what position I was picking at.
I did. I don't remember what position it was, but I hated it. I think it was 2. I think I just hated my team.
12 is bad.
I think I had a
Well,
bad strategy though.
You can get a good team at 12.
No zero RB is hard at 12, but maybe I just did it wrong.
It is tough. Vince said Jamar may be top 10. Outrageously low on Jamar
Why is
Chase.
he in the league?
Real shit.
Schultz disagrees and said 12 is ass, or agrees, I guess. You said 12 was bad too. Yeah, it's tough. I kind of like towards the end of the draft this year, personally. Not necessarily 11 and 12, but like 6 through 10. I like better than the front. Then I feel like pressured to take McCaffrey, and I don't want him or Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I would.
I
I'm
would.
so comfortable
Oh my
taking-
god.
I would take Henry, but
Okay.
I take him at 5. But I feel like everyone's like, yo, you got to take him at 3, like Matt.
No, I don't think you have to take him at 3. I think you do. Like if he's there and it's like between him and like McCaffrey,
I would take him at 3.
I'm taking Henry over CMC.
are you taking him over?
Easily.
I don't know.
Dalvin Cook, I'm taking him over too.
Najee.
Not over Najee. I take
Not over-
Najee,
I agree with everything you're saying.
but I'd also take Mixon over him too.
You would take Mixon over JT.
No, I would not.
Yes, you would. Pick one. You're taking Joe Mixon, bro.
No, I'm not. I would literally throw up
All right,
What
pick
if-
2. Pick 2. You're taking Mixon.
Austin Eckler all day.
I don't believe you.
I love me some Eckler.
I don't believe you.
I'm dead serious. Lock it in. Schultz is saying Henry over Najee.
I disagree.
Mm,
I disagree.
Najee's gonna be
Najee's
good
the
this year.
safest.
I have Henry 4. Henry 3, Najee 4.
I got Najee 4, Henry 5. So
Mixon 3.
we're all talking RB1s. Schultz is asking if we do not remember the year before last. I remember vividly. But
I remember.
Even
Najee's
last
been
year
healthy.
before he got hurt, he
Give
was
me the younger
ahead
guy.
of number 2 by like 40 fantasy points.
Najee
Like
set up
40 or
to
50.
possibly take over RB1 this year.
Definitely.
Screw the offseason reports. Mike Tomlin is one
Oh.
running back dude. He's going to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
D-Hen, he might have lost a step after breaking his foot.
Literally.
He's the
Lost
king.
step.
You don't
We'll see.
sleep on the king.
Well, I mean, I have him at 5. I have him as a top 5 running back, but
You sleep.
Just a little nervous.
I'm not sleep. All right, so you're sleep on him because you take JT over him. You're sleep.
That's not sleep.
You're sleep. You're sleep. You're
That's
taking
not
someone over. You're
sleep.
so sleep, bro. You're so sleep. Derrick Henry number 1.
Might as
All right.
well.
No more questions. It looks like that's a wrap for the first half of the AFC East. We'll be back on Thursday with the Dolphins and the Jets. Both have a lot of new pieces, like I said, so you won't want to miss that. Should be interesting.
Jets, Jets.
Don't ever say that again.
If you are still here on Twitch, throw us a follow, turn on notifications so you don't miss us when we're live. Throw us a sub on YouTube as well, in case you do miss us when we're live. We're also on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast audio version. We're there most likely. And of course, social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Just look up Super
Quarterback
Fantasy
ranks
Bros. Go
tomorrow.
find us. Quarterback rankings coming out tomorrow. Stay tuned for those. We're releasing all of our rankings throughout this week. So make sure you're
Cheat
checking
sheets.
Instagram and Twitter for sure. See you guys Thursday.